Hey, good job on that.
Hey, thanks.
I appreciate that.
That hurt. He's down here. He's still
Is
in
he
your
going?
chair.
Is he going?
No,
Is he
he's
going?
in your chair. Get up. Hey guys, welcome back to K&S Get Out. Today's K&S Q&A. You submitted the questions. We're going to give you the answers. Most of them. You know.
The ones we want to give you.
Yeah, we get to be selective. It's the joy, right? We got our princess out here, and she does not do well in the heat, so she may want to go inside, but we're going to try to keep her around for this one. It's just now cooling off inside the camper because it's still 90.
It's 88 now. It's dropped 2 degrees.
Dropped 2 degrees from the last 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So Shannon and I have a long overdue vacation coming up. Since we started this journey of quitting our jobs, selling the house, moving out here into the camper, going all that stuff, we have canceled 3?
At least 2 trips.
And I think it's kind of getting to us. So we need a vacation. Just a week, no big deal. Although some really good friends of ours are celebrating a huge milestone in their life. The work that they have put in has brought them great success, and they are sharing that with some of their closest friends. And we were blessed and fortunate enough to get to be a part of that group. So you can't turn that down. It's going to be an epic vacation. But in doing so, we then have to switch up our editing and our shooting and our videos just a little bit for just a week or so. We're going to try to keep bringing you everything, but we may have to skip a video. We'll figure it all out, and we'll definitely communicate it with you either in a community post or come over to Facebook or Instagram, especially Facebook, and follow us over there. And then we will at least post pictures while we're on vacation and whatnot, and so you can still see us while we're out there. We're just not putting together a full video.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to make it
Here's the deal, guys.
We had a couple of lone commenters that think that we administer a little bit of animal cruelty to this princess. Impossible, I promise you.
Very impossible. She's very spoiled.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, like vacations, a lot of it hinges on who.
She's like, hey, let me inside.
She wants that air conditioning in there.
I want to be inside.
She knows it's cooling off now. Mom and Dad are actually going to watch her for the week that we're gone, and so we went over there today, and she does really, really well over there. She just misses us whenever we're gone, but she'll be good.
She's been in air conditioning all day long.
Yeah.
She's not an outside dog. So if you think that we should bring her out and let her sit in the shade while we work out at the land, it's not happening. She will run around for 5 minutes, and then she will sit at my car door telling me to let her in, kind of like this.
Yeah. She just wants to sit in the car and get air conditioning.
Yeah.
So tell Grandpa you want to see him interacting with Nala in one of his videos. He gets along with her really well.
Yes.
Do you want to go inside? I understand.
Duck your head. Good girl.
There's a good puppy.
Good girl.
Okay. So to help with going on vacation, we threw out a community post and asked you guys some questions. What are some things you'd be interested in knowing about Shannon and I? And, you know, we have our own limitations and lines. We put a lot of our lives out there on social media, but that doesn't mean that all of it goes out there. And we even saw some of the comments back and forth about that. And so we get to pick and choose what we're going to let you know. So I say we just get right to it. I'm going to grill.
So here's the thing. It's 9:20, and we're just now grilling dinner.
Oh, that's normal.
But this is a very normal thing for us. It's what we do.
Well, it was 100 degrees today.
Yeah.
You can't get a lot done. Okay.
That leads us into our first question.
Who's it from?
Rhonda.
Okay.
What animal or animals are y'all planning to get next? You have 2 goats and an LGD now, plus your house pet.
Ooh. You want me to take this one or are you taking this one?
I think that you should take this one. I have a pretty good idea of what our next animals will be, but I want to hear your opinion.
See, I've gone back and forth. I was in love with alpacas, and then Chad got 97 alpacas. And, you know, right now, the shape that the land is in, we really need more working animals. So I'm kind of leaning toward more goats and just taking on the challenge and seeing if we can do it. If we love it, if we hate it, I don't know. I may have to hit up Kevin and Rachel because I know they've been doing it for a long time and they got a ton of goats.
Yeah.
And I might need to go get some pointers, but I'm up for the challenge.
That's not what I thought he was going to say.
Chickens.
That's what I thought he was going to say.
I need eggs. Chickens. Chickens, goats will be more goats so they can do the work, and then chickens.
Perfect. Are you timing that?
Yep.
Okay.
This ain't my first time.
Well, I know that you get distracted sometimes. This is Pat H.
Pat.
At this point, what would you have done differently in the beginning with clearing your land?
I think I know exactly what my answer would be.
As far as differently, the one and only thing that I can think of that I would have done was save some of the barn wood. At the time, we weren't in a position where we really had time to go through and remove the nails and think about saving that. I had some ideas for decorating with it in my mind, but then whenever it came for the day of clearing, they just took it out and they hauled it off. So it was just one of those, it wasn't very well planned out.
Well, and I definitely would say how we address the house, the coop, and the barn, that would be the same regret for me, is I would have taken more time, but we were both working full time. I'll be honest, the price was very, very good. Way less than what you think for how much they had to haul off.
So we took them up on it.
We took them up on it, yeah. Actually, it helped us a little bit by just getting it out of the way, moving on to the well, time-wise, yeah. So, I don't know, maybe not regret it, maybe just, would have done it a little differently.
Yeah. Is there anything else you would do differently?
I would have learned poison ivy earlier. I've been...
That would have been a good idea.
I would have learned a little better. But no, as far as what we've done to the land and our actual plans and progression, it would be maybe addressing that barn just a little bit differently.
This actually kind of leads into the next question.
What's the next question?
From Sharon. Hello, K&S. In your recent video, you mentioned you both gave up your corporate life to start the venture of homesteading. Does this mean you will be living off the land to sustain yourselves? How do you plan to bring an income in together with homesteading?
Excellent question. We talk about that every day.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, as you guys know, you can earn an income doing what we're doing on YouTube and Facebook, and you know, so we are trying to build that up and that be our primary source of income for a while. I'm finding new passions in life, like the skid steer, the excavator, like, oh man, that brings me a whole new joy, you know, other investments in things. So we have plans and ideas. We're just loving life and we're changing things up and we're learning how to live differently than we did before with more joy, fun, and excitement. Is that a good way?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, that'll do it.
I'll be real honest, I kind of zoned out for a minute and wasn't really listening
to you. She talks too much. I zoned out. I didn't listen to what I said either.
I was reading the next question.
This chicken's gonna be burnt. You can't ask me questions and ask me to grill at the same time.
That's why I asked you earlier if you were timing it.
Yeah, I also miss my exits and turns while I'm driving if I get to talking or if she asks me a question.
Always my fault.
See, she knows it. Next question, who's it from?
Betsy.
Betsy.
First off, this is a two-part question, and it did have replies underneath it. How do you plan to train your new LGD? What's his name? Have you thought about having your dad, Ralph, work with him for a few weeks at least? Oh, I didn't catch all that. That's a three-part question.
Dad, I love you, but no, I will not be letting you. He's a very compassionate man. He's wonderful with animals, but I need this one to work. We got predators out there.
Yes.
And that's going to be challenging enough for me anyway, because I am about the same way as Dad with animals, hence our princess. But I've been researching specific ways to train the LGD, and I almost said his name. Hey, you know what?
Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. I might have talked Shannon into something. Anyway, Gary and Cassie, the Walkers over at Walker Farm Fam, they are already introducing him to goats on their farm because that's what he's going to be doing here. And that is one of the best ways at a young age like that to get them acclimated with the animals they're going to be protecting. And I spent a lot of time training Nala.
A lot of time.
And teaching her to leave it. And because we lived in the city, I had to teach her the boundaries of the yard. So she knew, you know, we could open the front door and not put on her line, and she would not run out into the road. Even if there was a cat across the street, she would just go
right to the corner,
right to the edge and bark at it. So I'm not afraid to invest the time, but I don't want to domesticate him quite as much. So I kind of want some of his natural tendencies that he's going to get from his parents, who are both working parents, to see how much of that comes through in him, mixed with some very dedicated training. I've got to teach him to leave it. That's got to be one of the best.
That's exactly what I was going to say, is there's a few things that we have taught Nala that have been super crucial, and leave it and too far are the two things that we taught her that have been crucial.
Imperative. I'm going to spend time with him. I am a positive trainer, but he's going to be
positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement. I'm very, you know, I praise when they do correctly, and I do it at the moment they are doing whatever that action may be, and then, you know, a treat or whatever I find that he really enjoys.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just attention.
Yeah.
I really think one of the most important things with training a dog is consistency. If I train a command, then I've got to share that with Shannon, and she's got to use that same command. If we need to use it in a similar scenario, also with the positive reinforcement, Shannon does a great job at training in a very similar way that I do. So
basically, when we got Nala and he trained Nala, he trained me as well. It's true.
It is true. She said it, so yeah. Great question.
Third part to that question, it may come out at the end, so stay tuned.
What was the third part? His name?
Yeah, his name.
Oh, yeah, great question. We have to answer it because we read it on the video.
We don't have to.
We're answering it. I'm chomping at the bit to tell you guys, and it's.
By the way, the comments to that were, his name is Squeak Squeak Squeak.
Oh, yeah.
And then another person said, Squeak 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 equals Mufasa.
Yeah, here's your teaser. It's not Mufasa.
It's not Mufasa.
Mm-mm. Next question. Who is it? Oh, hey, there's chicken on the grill.
Oh my gosh, babe.
I've only flipped it a couple times.
Is it burning? Is your grill on fire? Are we good? Oh, it's stuck.
How late is our McDonald's open up there?
Okay,
I knew
ready?
trying to grill and shoot a video at the same time wasn't going to work, but
No.
I wanted to try it.
Kudos to you, Chad.
Yeah. I don't know how he does that. Oh, he eats everything raw.
He eats everything raw,
Yeah,
so
he
it's
just puts
only
it on
there
for
a couple minutes.
2 minutes and pulls it out and starts eating with
Yeah.
his channel locks.
Okay,
Who's this one by?
okay. Meg's Little House in the Country.
Ooh, I like that name.
It's cute. What has been the most important thing to date that you have accomplished on your property?
Oh.
The well.
Yeah, for sure.
100% the well.
Undoubtedly. Aside from actually closing on the land and knowing that we owned it, like that was a very emotional moment, but when we had flowing water out of the ground that we own,
Yeah, I had to hold tears back on that one. I was fighting tears.
I just walked around the other side of the well house and got them out. Told no one. It was a big deal.
Okay, this is from Gwen. Will you need to add additional heating resources for the winter, or do you think the camper as it is will be sufficient?
I don't know, Gwen. I don't know.
We don't know what to expect yet.
Yeah.
So we'll insulate around the bottom of it, of course, just like everybody else does. But we just don't really know what to expect, and we're the type that we kind of figure things out as we go. So
Yeah.
we may be sleeping with heated blankets.
We try to plan ahead. We definitely do better dealing with the cold than we do the heat.
Yes. Okay, next is Marla.
Marla, what you got?
What type of goat shelter have you thought about? You mentioned also that you're going to need some sort of building to keep your tools and equipment in. Will you build or have something delivered?
At this point in time, we've got all that lumber and stuff out there. I don't have a lot of actual time building.
I don't have any.
There's a little bench back here. I don't know if it's in the frame or not. I built that guy.
It wobbles a little bit.
Well, I didn't think we were going to talk about that part, but it might wobble a little bit. Probably that kind of lean-to style. If I can do it. It may come out looking like a lean-to just because I can't do it level or something, but I'm going to call it a lean-to no matter what. What was the other thing?
They asked about a place for our tools. Are we going to build something or have it delivered? I just kind of thought that we would put them in the well house whenever we rebuilt the well house. That seems like a good place for them.
Yeah, but we're going to need way more space than that.
Well, we can build a lean-to off of the well house.
She got plans.
I have plans for this. He doesn't know them yet, but I have plans for this.
Yeah. Oh, I burnt the chicken, by the way. I don't know if Shannon put that in there, so don't worry. I'm done grilling. We're going to have to get fed. I can't multitask or else it throws off.
I knew this was going to happen.
She knew it. I just can't do it.
Okay, Peg asks, what were you planning to do with the load of wood that you unassembled to use at Shady Acres?
Oh, that's all you.
Build stuff.
That's all you got?
Yeah, we're going to build stuff with it.
That's it.
I have ideas. I just got to convince you that we should do them. So currently, build stuff.
We're going to build stuff. Yeah. Shelters for animals or whatever else comes across the table that needs to be built.
We're going to build stuff. Victoria asks, are you both from the city life? And if so, what made you decide to move out to the country? I noticed you both are really bothered by the bugs, LOL. Yeah, it's funny because we are.
The bugs are, guys, they're
The bugs are
bad.
so bad.
Like, I've had a little country time when I was a kid, but nothing like what we're going through now.
They're so bad.
Yeah, we're absolutely city people. I mean,
Yep.
very, very city. I'm earning calluses and blisters and cuts and bruises and Honestly, it was the stress that we had picked up through our careers that as Chad started doing what he was doing and my mom and dad got more into it, like we saw how happy they were and we thought, you know what, maybe we're doing this all wrong.
Mary asks, I was wondering when you plan to start breaking ground on your home and have you decided where that said home will be on the property? Well, it doesn't matter what we plan. Things never go the way we plan it, so we really don't know.
Yeah. You know, it's so hard for me to see past getting the camper out there.
Yeah, and to be honest, I don't even want to build a house first. I want to build a shop with some living quarters.
I don't know.
Very undecided.
As soon as we can, when I'm tired of getting bruises on my head from showering.
Okay, Rob asks.
Rob?
Yep. Rob.
Aquaman, Superman, Rob?
Aquaman, Superman, Rob.
Oh, Rob.
Yep. Do you intend to raise a garden once you're on your property? Absolutely.
Yes.
It's going to have to be a raised bed garden because it's so rocky out there. There's just no really good growing areas. And I'm okay with that. I'd love to have a cute little greenhouse. Yes, definitely going to build a
It's
garden.
all about that cute little greenhouse, Rob.
I found some really cute greenhouses online.
So yes, we would absolutely love to learn that, but another learning process. And Shannon couldn't keep mums alive very well at the house. I didn't tell you that. So we'll see who's the gardener.
Next question.
Yes, Rob, we're planning on a garden.
Melinda asks, how did y'all meet? When did you get married? How is Princess Nala?
Going backwards, Princess Nala is doing wonderfully and still a spoiled princess.
100%.
Yeah. We got married in the middle of 2013, right?
Yep. And we met at my old job.
Yeah. We met at her bank. I had worked at a bank when I was younger, so I knew what I was doing. I knew how to fill out deposit slips and stuff, but I just saw this pretty lady in that office and I was like, hi, I'm dumb and I can't add up all my checks and fill out my deposit slips. So I just go in and sit down and talk to her while she did it all for me. And you know how much has changed since then? None.
None of
She
it.
still does it all for me. It's fantastic. That was where we met, and man, we fell right into it, started going.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Jeb Outdoors asks, what size of stone will you put where your camper is going?
Jeb, if you're asking because you know this answer, please tell me down below. We went and we talked to a stone company in town. Long story short, we're thinking 3-inch rock, like base rock or drain rock, as the foundation.
Yep.
About 3 to 4 inches thick, and then another
3 to 4 inches.
3 to 4 inches of 1 inch. And then maybe up in front where we'll be coming and going all the time, we're gonna put some clean rock. We'll let the fines be in the other stuff or some of it so that it can do some compaction, and then put some clean rock so that we're not always dragging
Everything in.
Yeah, dirt and the fines and all that in. So 3-inch and 1-inch, and then maybe something else for the top layer where we'll be walking the most.
It's a lot of rock.
Yes, it is. And that driveway is not short. We're thinking about maybe doing that at the same time so we can get the camper up and down the driveway without it tipping over, because it's a rough ride.
Very rough. Ashley asks, favorite hobbies, what do you like to do for fun?
What about you, babe? What do you think?
Traveling.
Traveling?
I love to travel and I love music, so I love to go to concerts. So that would be like two of the top things. I mean, we just love adventure and we like to try new things. And we went and tried axe throwing not too long ago.
Ooh,
loved it.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We had a motorcycle for a little while,
I
so
miss that.
that was a fun hobby. We've been side-by-side riding in the Ozarks. So much fun.
Yep.
So we like adventure and like trying new things.
Yeah, our hobbies have changed.
Into Borden asks, what machine is your fave? Gotta be the excavator.
No, skid steer all day.
I knew it was gonna be the skid steer.
Yeah.
The skid steer, he gets to go fast
man.
and just rip around on.
Yeah.
The excavator, it's slow.
The excavator is very meticulous. Now, the skid steer also has air conditioning, and the day I did the excavating, it was so hot.
It was very hot. Okay, we better answer this next one at the same time. Ready?
Uh-oh. I think.
Deborah asks, how long have you been married? 9
10 years.
years.
Well, we were just talking. We even told him when we got married. That was 2013. It's 22. We just had our 9th anniversary.
We just talked about how old Nala is and how we got her the year that we got married.
I'm ready for that 10-year mark, man.
We're close, but we still have another year to go, babe. This is only July.
9.
9 years
We've
is the
been
correct
together
answer.
for 10 years. Married for 9. That's what I was answering.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You got it wrong.
No, and guys, it was, I will admit it was love at first sight, and we've never looked back, and life has just been getting better and better and better.
Yep.
And I just never thought I'd find somebody as awesome as you, as
I feel that way about you.
my best friend forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you. It's been a great 10 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has been a great 10 years.
That's right.
Okay. Chula asks,
Chula, I know Chula from the premieres.
where did you get Nala? Nala's a rescue.
She is. Not like we went out and rescued her, but a place.
It was a no-kill shelter not far from us.
Yep.
So after we got married, we knew we wanted a puppy. And as I was looking for different puppies online at this shelter, we actually had a different puppy picked out. And when we got there, this is no joke, Nala picked us.
Yeah, you're going to have to see if you can find that picture.
I know, I have it on my phone. I can
She
put it
was
up.
they have a really nice facility out there
Yeah.
for what they do, and they were in their chain link kennel, and we were just peering through the chain link, and there's this one little lonester down there, and she's got her paws up through the chain link, and one of them's just hanging out, and
pick me,
just
pick
the
me.
saddest eyes in the world, and all the rest of them are running around, and she's like, I'm good, get me out of here, get me out of here.
Yeah.
So.
And the funny thing is, so we ended up picking her up, we were holding her, we were loving on her. I set her down for literally a second, and she took off running towards our car.
Yeah.
Like, come on, let's go.
She's like, all right, you're my parents.
I want out of here.
Let's get out of here. We were meant to be together. It's kind of like when we found each other. It was like,
Yeah.
all right, come on, let's do life.
It was so cute.
Yeah.
So we couldn't pass that up.
No.
Okay, just a couple left. Edward asks, will Shannon be putting out one day at a time shirts? Also, has she thought about becoming a comedian because she is funny? First off, I am not the funny one. It is him for sure.
You did the Phoebe run from Nats.
This is how I act on a normal basis.
That's funny. She knows how to have a good time. And
I just like to have fun.
Yeah, I did bring out, this isn't how she was when I first met her. It is a goal, not like I don't actually think about it, but if she goes a day without laughing, I've done something wrong.
I don't go a day without laughing.
Yeah.
It
Guys,
doesn't
you
happen.
got to enjoy life. You got to enjoy everything you're doing. And if you're not, then you might need to think about what you're doing and find that happiness, because there's no sense in not laughing every single day.
Yeah.
Or come watch us. We'll make you laugh. You'll laugh at us.
You'll laugh at us.
You'll laugh at us running from bugs and wasps and doing voices and things, and yeah.
Running
fun.
like Phoebe.
Running like Phoebe. What was the first part of that question? Didn't you have another part of that?
Oh yeah. Will I be putting out one day at a time shirts? Actually, we do have some on our Spreadshirt
Now,
that you can order from us.
But if it's Edward and it's a guy, we don't have any male.
Yeah, you can get them in male version as well.
Well, but I mean, are they all cute like yours with a little sun?
Oh, like I need to come up with a different design.
I'll help you. We need a more
All right.
masculine. Are you looking for more of a masculine one day at a time shirt? Because I need to get back on that merch train a little bit. And
So maybe that's what he's asking is.
yeah,
if-
he might
if
be looking for, because I would totally wear one of those
Yeah.
as well, but not the ones that Shannon wears because they're too cute. I need something that says I have a beard and I live one day at a time.
That's what you should do is put one day at a time and just put like a beard face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's how I grow my beard, one day at a time. I don't know. That's what I'll tell people when they ask.
That's
Now,
funny.
for you, Edward, we'll come up with a design for that, because we have to remind ourselves of that daily. No joke.
Yeah.
You can get overwhelmed
Yeah.
doing this stuff big time.
Okay, this is the last question.
Last question. You guys have been awesome. Thank you.
This is a great one.
What you got?
X-Center Unfiltered asks, where did the K&S Get Out name come from? That is
Ooh.
a great question.
That is a great question, because we even get some comments sometimes on like, hey, you're going to change your channel name to
Yep.
Shady Acres, da-da-da.
Which, no, the answer is no, we're not.
K&S Get Out, guys, our lives, if you knew us, if we had any videos we ever created before we started creating videos, this was not us. I mean, we were dressing up every day, we were going to our jobs, we were just coming home.
Living that corporate city life.
Yeah. And vacations were our only escape. That's
Yep.
all we had. And so You know, we'd even get so busy sometimes that we had PTO, we just couldn't even use it.
We couldn't take it.
And the further we climbed in our jobs, the less joy there was, because you don't
suck the joy right out of us.
Yeah, you're not. We had a video where we kind of broke that down. Our K&S Getting Out video that kind of answers that question. Basically, we wanted to get out of the corporate life. We want to get out of the city. We want to get out on the land, get out of our lifestyle that we were in.
Yeah. I mean, we basically realized we were working to buy things.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get to a point where material things aren't important. They don't really matter to you anymore. Hence why we live in a little camper right now.
Yeah, we had the stuff, man. We had.
But that wasn't.
Yeah.
We were doing that to kind of make up for being unhappy. You know, we were buying things because we thought it was things that were going to make us happy, and then we realized that wasn't the case at all. So that's why we put so much thought into the name, even though K&S Get Out may not sound like it. We spent hours talking about that name and what it really meant to us and why we were doing this and why we started this journey in the first place.
Yep.
So we don't want to forget that and get away from that. So our whole reason behind it is getting out of that rut, getting out of that normal day-to-day that you just dread waking up to.
We lost joy in our lives because we weren't bringing joy to other people any longer. We were now managing, we were concerned with the bottom line, concerned with profitability and efficiencies and blah, blah, blah. And we weren't happy. So now that we can produce these videos and hopefully either encourage other people to follow their dreams or do something like what we're doing, just go a little bit on the crazy side and do it, we're bringing joy to the viewers and you guys. And that is the most meaningful thing to us, is we want to feel joy and we want to share our joy with as many people as we can.
Or even if it's just that people want to watch us and see what we're doing. Not that they necessarily are like wanting to get out and do it themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I think that brings joy to people as well.
Well, we get comments from folks who are, you know, not able to get out and do these kind of things. They're all over the age groups and they get to share an experience with us, and
it brings back memories.
Brings
and
back
I love
memories.
That. I absolutely love that.
It is a true joy when we get those comments that are just like encouragement, or, you know, anytime we get a comment, it's like, guys, I needed this today. This was the only time I laughed today, and I appreciate it. That makes us so happy. So we wanted
I'll run around all goofy like, if that's what it means.
Yeah. She's gonna cry. Yeah. So we wanted to get out of that rut, and we wanted to make a major change in our lives and quit pretending like, you know, we were going to do it someday and just actually do it. So that's what K&S Getting Out is all about.
Yep. And that is why our channel name is not going to change.
Yeah. That will always be the encouragement and the reminder.
I think that's my favorite question.
That's a great question. All of those were great questions.
Yep.
You guys are the absolute best. I murdered the chicken.
It's burnt. It's going to be dry.
It's
There's no eating it now.
Yeah. I cannot grill and talk to you guys at the same time, apparently. So
apparently Kyle doesn't know how to multitask.
It just depends on what it is. Yeah. And I talk too much. All right, guys. Well, hey, that's going to wrap up our Q. Oh, wait a minute.
I forgot. I almost won this one. Guys, won this one.
It has been driving me nuts that we've been stringing you along. If I was watching my videos, I would be so mad at me for not sharing our LGD's name.
He wore me down, guys.
I wore her down. I said, babe,
he just kept on and on and on.
You guys are losing sleep at night, aren't you?
He wore me down.
So we have decided, if Cassie hasn't let it out of the bag yet, I do believe a couple people guessed it over on their videos, but she didn't confirm or deny when they got it right.
So Squeak Squeak Squeak's name is
Hercules. He's gonna be the Hercules. He's got a job to do, and he's gonna do it.
We're gonna train him to do it.
Yeah, it's my first male dog. I wanted to give him a cool name. And you guys have seen Sandlot, right? It's one of the greatest movies of all time. And that dog was Hercules. And then also Xena, the Walker's dog, she is from the same set of parents that Herc's from. And there was an old show that was Xena the Warrior Princess and Hercules, and I think they even crossed paths for a while there. It's been so long since I've seen it. So we thought it was really applicable and cool that there's that connection to Xena, his sister, and Hercules the dog from Sandlot. That's where it comes from. I might put a little more thought into these things than I should, but that's what I do. And
You
then
don't have to put a lot of thought into a dog's name. You're gonna call it that name every single day.
we gave our dog a cat's name. Nala is a cat. It's a feline. It's a lion, lioness, or whatever.
Okay, so
But it's cute. She was a girl. I wanted to
don't know
name her
what to say about
Simba,
that.
but I can't name a girl dog Simba. So we went with Nala. It's one of my favorite movies.
yeah, I don't really. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you have it. He's going to be named Hercules. Okay, guys. Hey, we're going to call it. We got to get some real food that I didn't burn on the grill. We appreciate you guys coming by, and as always, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.